I have 4:30, we'll call the meeting to order. We have all board members except for Megan present.
Thank you.
And look for approval of the agenda.
So moved.
We have a motion from Cheryl, and a second from Rick. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, say no. Carried. New business, approval of bond sales. I'll turn that over to you, Janelle.
Yep, so I actually am going to turn it over to Ellers, so we did have our bond sale today, and so if you guys wanna take it away and walk us through the result of the bond sale, that would be wonderful.
Absolutely, thanks, Mel. So turn to the inside front cover and you'll see we're financing health and safety and deferred maintenance projects. It's really all your indoor air quality project, but from those two different sources that were included in the 10-year facility plan, and that got approved by the Commissioner of Education. You'll see under the rating, the Minnesota State Credit Enhanced rating was assigned at the nice high AA2, which is the program that you participate in. There's no charge to participate in that, but then the state does guarantee the payment of your debt should you not be able to make a payment. Most exciting on this page, well, in addition to the interest rate, is that your underlying rating got upgraded. So you had been at a single A1 and Moody's upgraded you to a double A3, which is fantastic news. So that really helped you to get a lower rating. I know Janelle and Carrie worked really hard on preparing for that call, answered lots of questions. I told them it's kind of like going through a dental appointment, you know, it doesn't, or maybe an interrogation session.
I think interrogation felt more like it.
Yeah, it's a lot. And so they really did such a great job of representing you guys, and that really helped toward getting this. There's not a lot of school districts that have ratings in the AA category. The highest rating that they assign to school districts is a AAA. There's only 3 school districts in the state that have that, and that's Edina, Minnetonka, and Wayzata. So then the next category is AA. There's a AA1, AA2, AA3, and there's very limited number in the AA1, AA2, and even in the AA3 category. So most districts are in the single A category, which is where you were, but now you're up in the AA category. So that was really, really exciting, and we're very happy with that result. So you got 2 bids today on your bonds. Northland Securities out of Minneapolis was the low bidder, and you can see that 2.16 rate. So that is lower than what we had estimated when we were here with the projections last month, so that's great to see. In the low 2s is super exciting, so you'll see then the summary of the sale results included there, and then if you turn to the next page, page 2, the true interest cost rate of 2.16 is less than what we were estimating last month is 2.39, and rates have been going up, so we were kind of getting a little nervous that we'd make that 2.39, but in fact we did come in lower at the 2.16, which is great. So the total principal and interest then on the bond over the life of the bonds will be about $60,000 less. So that translates into, you know, quite a bit of savings, which is great. And then the closing on the bonds will be March 30th, so that's when you'll have your proceeds. And the resolution that was prepared by your bond attorney, Peter Martin, is here and up on the screen there, it looks like. So that now, before the board meeting, he had a resolution that he provided that had lots of blanks, and now he does have the blanks filled in on that.
Did you pass, so the actual, and I can, do you have a copy of the actual resolution with the information filled in?
I can pass it around because
Thank
Aaron's
you.
gonna go through the attachments then. Right. I think he made just a couple of minor changes after we got this copy of it, so don't use this as your final copy.
Oh, no,
for
this is the one I just got from him.
Perfect. You're welcome. And then I think we'll continue on with the attachments to the pre-sale report.
Sure.
I'll let Aaron
Yeah.
take over with that.
Alright, and then on the next page is the bid tabulation. So as Jody mentioned, you can see Northland Securities there out of Minneapolis was the winning bidder. We had 2 bidders. The second was Baird. And you can see Baird's bid was 2.27%. So both competitive bids and both that were under our pre-sale estimate as well. So it was good to see a couple of competitive bids there. The next page is the results of the bond sale. So you've seen this kind of spreadsheet before. You can see there the estimated project cost in total is $1,369,511 for the finance portion of it, right? This doesn't include the ESSER portion, but There's the estimated project cost. On the bottom, you can see the deposit to the construction fund is $1,374,460. So we'll cover the estimated project costs that you were planning to finance. The next couple of pages are sheets you've seen before as well. This is updated now with Northland's bid. So all of the updated information is in these next few debt schedules here. And then finally then to the graph with the green and yellow. You've seen this before as well, but this looks pretty similar to what we showed you in the pre-sale report as well, just a little bit lower due to the lower interest cost. So as Jody mentioned, that savings of about $60,000 is reflected in that graph. And then finally is the Moody's rating reports. So there's a lot of information, a lot of disclosures here. So if you turn a couple pages into the sheet that looks like this is the actual rating report. As Jody mentioned, the upgrade is great news. I will point out a couple of notes in here. I won't go through it in a lot of detail, but they did make a couple of points, a couple of highlights that relate to your upgrade. So on it says attachments, page 14 at the bottom. They mentioned that the district's financial position has steadily improved in recent years due to proactive management, and we expect it will remain stable. So a positive point there to your recent years of financial stability. And then on the last page, and I'll just kind of read it off, I won't necessarily point it out, but they mentioned governance, so it's a key credit consideration for all local government issuers. The district is governed by an elected 7-member board. The district's formal fund balance policy was recently modified, increasing the minimum required unassigned fund balance to 12.5% of expenditures. So they did highlight that in their report. It was a topic of conversation during the rating report. So just wanted to mention that as a positive piece as well.
And because it's a big deal, we have something for you guys. This is our upgrade bond. And so this, you guys can display proudly wherever you wanna hang it, but it just acknowledges the upgrade that you received, and it says that the bond is hereby given to the school board and administration of Paynesville Public Schools in recognition of Moody's Investor Services upgrade to AA3 from A1. Reflects the district's strong financial position, manageable fixed costs, and strong resident wealth and income. Additionally, the AA3 issuer rating reflects the district's full faith and credit pledge supported by authority to levy property taxes to pay debt service without limit as to rate or amount. It's signed by us, so.
Oh, thank you.
So it's a big deal and we were so excited, so, yeah, Janelle was excited and, yeah, it was a really, it was
Giddy,
fun.
I think.
Yeah.
Giddy is maybe the right word.
Yeah, so congratulations, I know it's work on behalf of all of you and, nice to see it acknowledged by the rating agency. And again, you know, we were getting a little bit nervous about hitting that interest rate, but knowing then that you had an upgrade that definitely helps you to get a lower interest cost for your taxpayers too, which is great.
And I do think the other piece that I want to just acknowledge is they very much recognize the work of the school board to build a fund balance and have that fund balance policy that is more robust than is required by law. And I think that was something that was recognized. So that's kudos to all of you and the work that you have done in previous years. So thank you.
Yeah.
All right, wonderful.
So we'll leave that with you
Okay.
guys and you can take
Yes.
pictures with it,
We'll have
whatever
to,
you wanna do.
we'll maybe have to get a picture of you guys with the board. How's that? I think that sounds like a good plan after. All right, so we need to do the formal process.
So looking for a motion to adopt the resolution as presented.
So moved.
I have a motion from Maggie,
Second.
second from Bruce. Any further discussions? Here, none, we'll do a roll call. I assume, right?
That's good.
Yes, correct. Bruce,
Aye.
Rick,
Aye.
Maggie? Aye. Cheryl? Aye. Jake?
Aye.
Thomas?
Aye.
And then we just have one form for you to sign to commit to the rates that you lock into, and normally we have the chair and the clerk sign it.
Yep, chair clerk right here, so.
Did that on purpose.
Yep.
Makes it easy, yes. Any questions you guys have at all, or? For us? Went well, yeah,
Yeah, did
So-
good.
yes.
Good times.
Yeah, very, very happy with how it turned out.
If the savings is $60,000 over that period of time, it's a big deal. Even
Right.
though we're talking about tenths of a percent or hundredths of a
Yeah.
percent, it's greenbacks, it's money.
Absolutely,
Yes.
yep, yep.
With that, then we'll look for motion to adjourn.
I so move.
There's a motion from Jake,
Second.
second from Cheryl, any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say no, carried.
440.